he's taken over. He's taking it over.
Exactly.
Magnus gets a tough pairing in round 3. Last week he also played an Indian Grandmaster in round 3, but Bharath is someone I've actually played against in the past. I remember I was playing an open tournament in Denmark back in 2019, and Bharath was just a 12-year-old prodigy back then. Now he's gone to become a pretty strong Grandmaster. So I think close to 2600. I'm not sure about his rating, but definitely a strong player. And here we don't have King's Indian.
No, it's not the King's Indian, it's the Queen's Gambit declined. And my favorite pawn structure, the connect for white with a nice pawn chain. But he closes the center, meaning that Bharath will likely try to chip away at the pawn chain, but also maybe likely to try and force through some central breaks a bit later. Magnus neglecting development, but the center's closed, so it's fine for now.
I don't really like this strategy that Bharath has gone for against Magnus. Magnus is someone that plays so well with space and stable pawn structures, so I think it's better against Magnus to try to create some mess or go for some imbalances to have a slight chance. But here Magnus is it's like a more positional game where Magnus is just God mode.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine, right? We've seen Magnus squeeze these positions so many times. I can't imagine anything happening against the White King. Normally, to beat Magnus, you need to mate him. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Where do you need to maneuver Magnus to get him out of God mode?
Well, Magnus doesn't feel that comfortable if you get close to his king. It's my impression. So he likes to play with a safe king. But and here his king is very, very safe. So as David actually pointed out, you have to try to create some like imbalances, some attacks where you have to calculate. But this one, it looks like a stable position where white has more space and is somewhat better.
I imagine, Askild, that you are probably one of the people in the world who's played the most blitz games with Magnus ever. I mean, do you get any impression, like, is there anywhere you could lean him towards that will get him in trouble?
I mean, as Arjan said, I don't think he likes being attacked. And once this was when the Ginger GM was in Oslo many years ago. We went to this pub down the street, and Magnus was there. And
that's how it's just randomly in Oslo, right? You go down to the pub with Ginger GM, and then Magnus is already there.
He was playing for my team Vålerenga at the time, and this was many years ago. Anyways, we're at the pub, and then Magnus comes by, and Simon plays a couple blitz games against Magnus, and I think he loses, but he got some stuff for his blog, and he was happy. And then I challenged Magnus to a blitz game, but I started a rook up. So I had the A rook in advantage, but I won the game, but I never touched my A rook. So I told Magnus, I beat you fair and square. I never used the A rook, and I think I had an attacking game actually. So go for the king, but it's so difficult obviously to play against Magnus because he can play anything. And a question for you, David and Arjan, like, in these tournaments, Magnus can literally play anything. But how different is a Grandmaster's opening repertoire in classical compared to Rapid and Blitz?
Yeah, it can be totally different. I feel braver taking bigger risks in Blitz. They don't always pay off. They can backfire, but often players are more willing to play dubious variations that really test the opponent when the clocks are low. Here, Magnus has, after a bit of work, trapped his opponent's knight, it looks like.
Rook b1, he's going to try to go queen d8 to attack the white bishop, but even there, I think worst case, maybe white can eliminate the pawn on e6.
Yeah, giving away his bishop for the highest price possible. He actually retreats the bishop, and he's going to try and catch the knight on the edge of the board.
Oh, this also seems to win a pawn. It's probably more precise. The knight didn't have... I mean, it could go to c4, but that would drop a pawn. And here, Magnus can capture the pawn on c6, where it seems like he's a clean pawn up and probably a winning position.
Yeah, he's just been reluctant to calculate Magnus. He didn't want to look at all those tactics. Bishop takes e6. Maybe the black knight will come in to c4. A little bit of work to be done, but Magnus with a winning advantage now. Yeah. Ariane, what are your thoughts on the openings? We've seen Magnus play everything under the sun, play the cow opening, play g5 and still win.
Well, Magnus is privileged that he plays every type of position, structures well usually. So he's studied so many different types of position and openings, so he can play on most things. But for the rest of us, it's usually you have a couple systems that you can sort of play fast and have some experience in. I think experience helps a lot if you have some systems that you've sort of like played the first 10-15 moves a lot before. Obviously the time usage is so important in Blitz, so you just gotta play some systems that you know well. Like you shouldn't try to experiment too much, I would say, with new openings with solo time. You just have to play something you know well and play fast.
Makes sense.
Just wanted to let you know that our Santa Claus Simon Williams, Ginger GM, is in a bit of trouble here against Vugard Asterdorf. He's behind on time and behind on the position.
Oh, he's been a good boy this year, though, so Santa might reward him. And everyone sent some Christmas spirit to Simon Williams in his quest to turn things around. And here, I'm not sure there will be a turnaround. Magnus is totally winning against Bharath. There was only one threat against his rook. That rook moves, and it's going to be the c-pawn that is going to win this game. The white knight can support that with some nasty checks a bit later as well. Magnus is about to take the third win in a row.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bharath chose in the towel here. There's no tricks for black.
And Magnus makes it look so smooth and clean. I mean, it's it's incredible. Game after game, he just and what I admire the most about Magnus is his way of playing, in the sense that he makes it easy for himself. He doesn't overcalculate or spend a